What's up, guys? Welcome to Players Code Talks Wrestling. I'm here today, your host, Caleb. My other host, Mike.
Players Code.
There he is. And, we're here doing wrestling again. I had a 316 joke lined up, and for some reason I just, abandoned it at the last second. So, Players Code 316 says, we just whipped your ass. There you go. Throwing it out there. This week was a little rough. I've been busy. I just actually watched Raw today, and today being Sunday. So, it's been a lot of fun. Mike just watched NXT about an hour ago.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be great. So, we're going to start off with Raw, as always. Roman Reigns comes down, and he's cutting a promo about the Fatal 4-Way at Battleground. And tonight on Raw, they're in Montreal, Canada.
Boo.
I only say that. Hey, shut up. Anytime you guys hear me tell you where the show is taking place, is because I want you guys to kind of understand why the crowd was as hot as it was. When this crowd was fucking super hot. We're talking NXT level of hot, but on a grand scale.
They spitting fire?
Yeah, I mean it's Montreal, man. It's a wrestling town. Canada loves their wrestling. It's the home of the Montreal Screwjob. It's the home of Bret the Hitman Hart. Or not the home of, but obviously it's the same country.
Yeah.
So there was a very rowdy crowd, and I loved it.
Canadians love them some
Reigns,
wrestling.
Dude, I know, it's great. The crowd actually, there was a huge, very loud Cena sucks chant in the middle of Roman's promo, and he rolled with it pretty well, actually. He took a little pause, and then he goes, "You're damn right when Roman Reigns is in the house, Cena sucks." And I was like, oh, shit, shots fired, son. Roman Reigns going after the big dog. Kane comes out for no reason. Roman Reigns calls him Randy Orton's bitch.
Ooh.
They brawl. Yeah, I know, dude. Fucking more shots fired. The crowd chants Randy's bitch at Kane.
Ooh.
Brawls going on. So that's picking up. The refs come out to break it up. One of the refs eats a choke slam. Poor guy. Then you get the old wrestlers come out, Finn, the guys, the talent guys.
Oh, I thought you meant actual
Finley comes
old
out,
school.
he's in a suit. Yeah, no, actually, Randy Savage came up from the grave and came out to restrain Roman Reigns. No, it's
Ooh, yeah!
And, oh yeah! He just shoves a Slim Jim in his mouth, drops the elbow. Yeah, so Finley was they got Reigns in the corner. And Finley, I don't know what the hell, if it was scripted or what it was, but Finley gives Reigns a real hard push to try and settle him down. And then Finley turns his back to walk toward, he walks away from Roman to go look at Kane or whatever. Roman throws the other guy that's holding him back. Finley turns around and eats the spear. I think he damn near killed him.
He broke him in half. He broke him in half.
He had a family. Hornswoggle's gonna be pissed.
Oh man.
And then he Superman punches Kane off the apron. So they kind of have their little stare down and shit. So, kind of a weird opening segment. It was nice to hear Roman Reigns on the mic for more than 15 seconds. He definitely needs to kind of hone that still. He's still not quite there on the mic yet. Next up, you get the Wyatt family versus the Usos. Non-title match. I'm glad they did move away from this feud because there's a lot they can still do with it, and also there's not a single other fucking tag team in the division that really kind of deserves a tag shot, I guess. I mean, maybe the Dust Brothers, but they're still kind of being weird.
Well, have you seen them?
Well, trust me, they have a segment later on in the show. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say the tag division's all flip. It's just so much flip flopping going on. I was worried they were gonna kind of be one and done with the Usos and the Wyatt family, but dueling chants for both teams. The crowd was fucking hot as shit. They were into this match, and it was a little slow. The opening, about the first, I'd say the first 7 or 8 minutes of this match was just kind of It kind of plodded along, and then it was almost like going up the roller coaster, but without like the tension. Like you just thought like the fucking ground was flat for like 7 or 8 minutes as you're on this roller coaster. And then it drops, and then they start to go home basically, and they're getting all their shit in. The Usos are jumping over the top rope, and Michael Cole's yelling "Uso crazy," and I fucking hate that. Even on a T-shirt now.
Oh man, that sounds really lame.
I hate it. It's like fandangoing.
You can
look at the crowd, Michael. They're fandangoing.
You gotta love Michael Cole there.
I fucking hate Michael Cole sometimes, man. I mean, JBL's annoying, but god damn it, Michael Cole. And I know it's just Kevin Dunn in the earpiece just fucking yelling at them, but still, goddamn. JR never said any shit like JR never said Uso crazy.
No, he just said everybody was dying.
Cool but that's the thing. And I'm gonna go off on a tangent here, and I just went through puberty, but I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. Like JR, he made he sold every move like it was devastating.
Yeah, no, JR
so
was great.
Every move had weight to it. Yeah, every move had weight. It's like he hit him with, he'd hit him with a suplex, and by God, that shook the ring, or that was, the way he snaps the hips. And,
that choke slam got the whole arena rumbling.
Yeah, or when they threw Mick Foley off that, or when Taker threw Foley off the cell.
Right.
Like, by God, they killed him. You're a fan, you're a kid watching this, you're like, is Mick Foley really dead? JR said he was dead. Is he dead? Or when they say, he broke him in half. Oh shit, is he really in half? I mean, JR could give you a fucking bag of dog shit and sell it to you that it was like candy or something. It's great. Actually, this match they kind of went crazy at the end because there was like at least 3 or 4 false finishes, and it was kind of nuts. You almost felt like it was the ending of a pay-per-view match.
Huh.
But Harper picked up the win with the spinning clotheslined, and yeah, that's that. Kane and Orton are in the back, and Randy's trying to justify to Kane why he didn't come out and help him when Roman was kicking the shit out of him earlier. And he was like, if Roman Reigns had done one more thing, Kane, I'd have come out there and helped you. I would have had your back. And it's like, oh man, are they teasing a Kane face turn? I was kind of intrigued. It was kind of like a... And then Rollins walks in, because the Authority has the night off, so Steph and Triple H are somewhere. And Rollins walks in and is like, when one of you, if either of you guys win the title at Battleground, just want you to know, I'll second guess using this briefcase. And he walks off, and Orton's like, I'm really starting to hate that kid. Kane goes, not as much as I hate you. I'm like, oh, okay. So the subtlety of the turn just kind of became punched in the face with the turn.
I wonder if it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Kane going to turn on the Authority? Oh, man, I don't even know. So up next, we get a Divas match, and both of the Divas have to have one arm tied behind their back. This makes sense, I promise.
Okay.
Because the match is Nikki Bella versus Alicia Fox.
Oh.
Now, Stephanie McMahon is still punishing Nikki for all the shit Brie did and all that stuff. So this is still a running storyline. Rumor is we're building to a Stephanie McMahon versus Nikki Bella match at SummerSlam.
Stephanie back in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, if she can go, man, I'd like to see it. Because she actually could wrestle slightly well back in the day.
That time.
Anyway, so the ref spends like 3 minutes tying Nikki Bella's arm behind her back. And then, of course, Mike, you didn't see this coming, Mike. Alicia Fox jumps Nikki before the ref ties her hand behind her back.
What?
And shit out of her, pretty much. I know. The heel did something heelish. Never.
Well, I mean, these days.
So, I know. So that happened. Rusev and Lana, they come out to the ring and do some healing, and they're hating on America. So they get interrupted by the most American person on the roster, Rob Van Dam.
Dude, that guy screams
Rob,
pro-America.
Dude, I know. And I mean, Rob Van Dam's probably happy because he's in Canada, so he gets all the 420 that he wants. Because it's legal everywhere. I think. I'm not actually sure about that. Don't fact check me.
The Canadians are going to whoop your ass.
Dude, they're coming. What are they going to do? Come up to my door and go, "We're angry with you." Sorry. No offense to any Canadians listening. I love Canadian bacon and maple syrup, so.
Get more racist, please.
It's not racist. It's, I don't even know the word. It's that, though. Whatever the word is, it's that. This show is devolving very quickly. I'm exhausted. So, Rusev versus RVD. Rob gets in some offense, which I was actually surprised, using his educated feet. By the way, if there's a term that's more overused in wrestling, I don't think there's anyone that beats out educated feet. Because I've heard Rob Van Dam has college degree level feet since like I was 13. So I hear they have a degree from Harvard. They're so educated.
They got their PhD in ass kicking.
Oh man, shitty jokes. Rusev cuts him off though and dominates. We get a mid-match split screen promo. So you know they basically do the double screen where you've got the match on one side, and then on the other side you've got Zeb Coulter calling out Rusev to take on Jack Swagger on SmackDown, I think. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to this match. Anything with Rusev right now doesn't really hold my attention that much. Once he started kicking RVD's ass, I was kind of done because I knew it was going to happen. Rob taps to the accolade, obviously. I said Rusev has two modes. He's got the squash match, and then the match where he kind of gets his ass kicked for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then proceeds to shake it off, super kick a dude, looks like he's fucking pushing the jaw up into the brain, and then put the guy in the accolade. A lot of people are joking that what's Rusev like, because that dude, those kicks look fucking stiff. His super kick looks really good, but it looks really fucking stiff. And everybody's waiting for him to kick the wrong guy and give the wrong guy a concussion, and then he's gonna be fucking dancing with Great Khali come after that. So, but hopefully that won't happen because, you know, I'd like new talent to stay good. The match was okay, not bad. Up next, we get Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose versus Randy Orton. Pretty good match. Neither man's best though. It was just kind of a. It was actually a really good match. Just for pure wrestling. It was, you know, nobody really did anything flashy. It was almost technical. Not a lot of holds, but just more of in that chain wrestling kind of way. I think I'm using these words right. I'm kidding. I know I'm using them right. But no, it was a good match. Dean, you know that thing where Ambrose kind of goes through the second rope and bounces back and hits with the clothesline?
Right.
Have you seen that? Well, he did it once and hit. And the second time, it's the end of the match. He goes to come back, and Randy Orton hits the RKO from the only place the RKO can ever come from.
Anywhere?
Out of nowhere. Yeah, it's the only place the RKO ever comes from is out of nowhere. So he hits the RKO, picks up the pin. I think that's Dean's first singles loss since the breakup.
Oh, wow.
Shield. Yeah. And honestly, you know, Randy Orton's not a bad guy to lose to. He is Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So, and I think it just kind of, you know, anyway. John Cena backstage, interview with Renee Young. Yeah, I know. Roman Reigns interrupts and they share words. I'm interested where they're going with this face versus face thing, because it's obvious that Roman Reigns is very over, and the rumors of him taking the belt at WrestleMania 31 are rampant. Everybody's known a mega push was coming for him. It's just kind of interesting how they're playing it. It almost seems like we're gonna see John Cena have the belt again, and then we get to see these guys like maybe tee off at each other. I don't know what the plan is, but I always like face versus face stuff is always interesting to me, and heel versus heel stuff is always interesting to me. But of course, it involves John Cena, so lol, Cena wins.
They could change your view on things. You never know.
Yeah, they could, but John Cena sells too many T-shirts.
That's true.
I mean, we have this conversation every week, every time he comes up.
We really do.
You know, if anybody ever wants to know the answer, you could listen to any episode, most likely, and we'll tell you, it's because John Cena connects with the younger audience and sells a shit ton of merchandise.
Still mind-blowing how the white boy rapper turned into every kid's dream wrestler.
The white boy rapper whose finishing move was called the FU.
And his submission move was the STFU.
STFU. Yeah. Mommy, what's the STFU stand for? Nothing, son. Just here's your never give up t-shirt. Go away.
Which, by the way,
I don't know why.
when they dropped the U and turned it into the STF, what does the STF stand for?
I'm actually not sure what the STF stands for. The STF, I think, is the name of the move. I just don't know what it stands for.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you. I don't know what it stands for, to be honest. But yeah, so John Cena will never be heel again, basically. And if he ever does, it'll be like 1996 when Hogan turned into Hollywood Hulk Hogan. There will be, there'll be kids throwing their milk cartons into the ring. You like that one? I thought that was pretty good.
Who's gonna tell me to eat my vitamins?
Who's gonna tell me to never give up? I love when I take notes because the next segment, the first words to start the segment are just "fuck Fandango." Because we come back from commercial break and it's just a shot of Fandango sitting at the commentary table.
Oh boy.
And he is apparently doing commentary for the Alberto Del Rio Dolph Ziggler match. The funny thing is, this is the first time I've ever heard Dongo talk.
Really?
I've never heard the guy talk before now. Yeah, because it just wasn't something he did. Or, talk, but outside of the backstage segments where they're just horrible acting.
Right.
But no, he was on the commentary. He actually, it was the first time, and it wasn't much, but it was the first time that I actually kind of, for a second, liked Fandango, because he was very cocky. He had I don't know why he was talking like Batman, but
that's just how he talks, actually.
He was, yeah. I was gonna say he was just very low, and he was, very full of like how you imagine the character to be. He called himself the Fonz of the WWE.
Oh God!
I really enjoyed that. So
of course you did.
That was the one time. But don't worry, Mike. This is WWE. Everything I love gets ruined, or everything that I enjoy gets ruined somewhere later on. Thank God I got a fucking tangent to go on after this. So, Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. Dude, impressive spot. I like that they're starting to do this more. I've seen it a couple times. Ziggler goes to baseball slide into Del Rio, who's outside the ring. Del Rio grabs the ring apron and holds it up, and Dolph slides into the ring apron. And then Del Rio hits him with the Shining Wizard kick. And it was fucking cool. It was a nice spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two guys can wrestle. Like, Del Rio, for as much shit as I give him about just having creative not giving him a push at all, he can wrestle really well, and we all know Dolph Ziggler can wrestle.
Right.
The winner of this match takes on Sheamus for the U.S. title at main event, so, a U.S. title shot on a show that doesn't even air anywhere. That belt's changing hands. Del Rio's kind of almost like he's trying to change up his moveset. He hits almost like a reverse blockbuster off the turnbuckle. It was pretty fucking cool looking.
Hmm.
Both of these guys wrestled really well, even if the match was a little fast. I'm assuming it was because they didn't have a lot of time. So basically, Dolph looks like he's about to win the match, and Dongo. Now, Mike Fandango's a heel. He's upset that Dolph Ziggler has made out with his ex-girlfriend Summer Rae. What do you think Fandango did? He gets up from the commentary table. What do you think Fandango did?
He goes up there and he kicks his ass because he's upset and he's a heel.
Mike, that's not not correct. I don't think. I honestly don't know if they had like somebody brought their daughter in for Bring Your Daughter to Work Day and had her write this part of the show. Fandango climbs up onto the commentary table,
right,
and begins to fandango.
Wait, what?
He dances.
Oh,
he starts to dance.
Fucking A.
Dolph Ziggler is so distracted by the dancing fandango that he loses the match to Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, wow.
I just want that to marinate in everybody's brains for a second.
This is why I watch NXT.
He cost him the match by dancing at him. And now this is the new champion.
Ziggler, what happened? He just started dancing.
Yeah, no. Del Rio won by rumba. Yeah, no, that's not how it went.
Oh, man.
So this is what I think this is. This is the writing team and the creative team going, okay, all the fans, all the internet fans, all the fans love Dolph Ziggler. But we don't. We don't like him at all. For whatever the fuck they talk about backstage for poor Dolph Ziggler. It's like, oh, he's too injury prone. Whatever their problem is with Dolph, they go, you know what we can do? We'll give them Dolph. Because we can't bury the fucking guy, because apparently that doesn't work. The dude doesn't stay, The Undertaker stays dead better than fucking Dolph Ziggler does. So...
Is he back yet? Just curious.
We can't... No, not yet. I assume he'll be back. If he does come back, obviously he'll be back around, Rumble time, maybe?
Well, I imagine he has to at least come back to, announce a retirement.
Royal Rumble. I don't know. I mean, with the way that character is, and how, dedicated to kayfabe the Undertaker character is, I don't know if you come back and do that.
Well, it's just
I mean, maybe you come back and he walks to the ring, he does his whole entrance, he gets in the ring, and the lights go out, the lights come up, and his hat's just in the middle of the ring.
See, I would like that.
See, something like that I could see, but I don't see him coming out and doing a whole tearful goodbye.
Well, I imagine it would be pretty heartbreaking for him.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. But I don't think we'd see it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, he's a very iconic character who is obviously, it's taken a lot out of him, and we're not seeing a lot of him anymore. And he's ready for retirement. I mean, he's already lost his WrestleMania streak. And
that last match was just, regardless of concussions or whatever, that match was just not good.
It's just he needs to be done. He needs to retire, and
I think so too.
He needs to turn in the hat.
But I mean, not to shortchange what the man has done. He's one of the greatest performers that the wrestling business has ever seen.
Oh yeah.
And one of the greatest gimmicks that the wrestling business has ever seen. One that's carried on the longest.
Yep.
And he's always changed it. He's always tweaked it. There's been big changes, but a lot of times it's just been little subtle tweaks. And he's kept it fresh, and he's lived through, all the eras. So, anyway, back to Dolph Ziggler. My thinking with this is, we're gonna give the people what they want. They want Dolph Ziggler. By God, they're gonna have Dolph Ziggler. But they're gonna get Dolph Ziggler in a feud with Fandango over Summer Rae.
Boo.
We're gonna go to the bottom of the barrel. we're gonna take a barrel. We're gonna put another barrel inside of that barrel. We're gonna go to the bottom of that barrel, and that's where we're gonna put Dolph Ziggler. He'll be on TV, and the fans will fucking love it. But then they're gonna, in the back of their minds, they're gonna go, "This is fucking terrible." And I think they're trying to get us to question whether or not we actually like Dolph Ziggler.
I never questioned it.
Inception our shit right now.
I've always
Fucking,
never really been a Ziggler fan.
Nah, I enjoy him. The guy can talk. He's got the look. He wrestles extremely well.
I just remember the
way.
days when he would walk up to superstars backstage and shake their hand and be like, "Hi, I'm Dolph." Or
Well,
when he
he's
was Vicky's like boyfriend, one of her millions of boyfriends that she had before she retired.
Hey, Edge went through that too, you know.
Yeah, but Edge sold it.
Badmouth Edge.
Edge sold it because he was being the ultimate opportunist and using her to get what he wanted. Everybody else dated her when she didn't have shit to give.
That's very true. It's very true. Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole... Yeah, Vicky Guerrero and the whole, like, stable of that consisted of Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler was a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think creative's trying to make us hate Dolph Ziggler secretly. So backstage, we get the Dust Brothers being them. Stardust is talking to what looks like Goldust wearing the wig, like the old wig he used to wear to the ring.
Right.
These guys, they're just fucking strange, dude. Goldust actually shows up. The wig was just on like a mannequin head.
That's kind of fucking weird.
But Goldust does put the wig on.
Huh.
Not like these guys wrestle or anything. So they went through, you know, what, like 3.5 hours of makeup to cut a 15-second promo, 30-second promo?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I like, you know, I'm enjoying it. Fandango and Layla backstage. Layla, you know, Layla's concerned. Why did Fandango go out and fuck, you know, Ramba Dolph to death? Is it because he still loves Summer Rae? And then they hug, and the camera pans, and we see Summer Rae standing at the exit, and she like gives a smile and a wink and a nod, and then walks away all sexy like.
Oh my god.
And only Fandango saw her.
Oh.
I was ready to fucking shoot myself, Mike. I even wrote in my notes, word for word, Fandango and Layla backstage. Well, I have so much to bitch about.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, motherfucker. I don't even know if I can bitch about it because I'm so tired of bitching about it. I'm so tired of complaining about Fandango, Mike.
Well, honestly, he has a lot to complain about.
It's so true.
He's been a
There's
shitty
just so
gimmick
much-
from
that
the
whole
start.
Storyline. I know. And yeah, a lot of shitty gimmicks have been given their own storylines, and that's fine because I remember saying, and I will always say it, if you're gonna have people wrestle, give them a reason to wrestle. Even if it's just, I don't like you, you don't like me, we're gonna fucking fight now.
Right.
I'm okay with that. But goddamn. Like, goddamn. I don't need the love square. Okay? Jesus Christ. It's like a love rhombus. Lawler is in the ring. He's in to introduce Bret Hart, which is why I mentioned the Hitman earlier on.
Ah, nice.
Totally forgot that the last time WWE was in Montreal was when Jerry had his heart attack.
Oh, shit. I didn't know he had a heart attack.
Yeah. You didn't?
No.
It was like 3 years ago. He had a heart attack like on the air.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was scary. So, you know, it was he was like, you know, last time we were here, things didn't go so well. They kind of ruined some stuff, and you know, thanks everybody, I'm back and I'm feeling great and all that. So it was a nice moment for him. Introduces Bret the Hitman Hart, and of course, huge fucking pop for Bret the Hitman Hart because we're in Canada.
Well, it's also Bret the fucking Hitman Hart.
True, it is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. the X. What is it? The oh shit. What was it? What was his other nickname? Something of excellence. Fuck. Was it the essence of excellence?
You're embarrassing us, Caleb. Stop it.
Execution. No, the execution of excellence. Ha. I think.
You're embarrassing us. Stop.
You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing yourself.
Anyways.
And I'm sitting there watching Bret Hart. He's talking, and I'm sitting there going, I wonder where they're going with this. Like, are we gonna get Bray Wyatt maybe? Are we gonna get where are we going with this? So Bret Hart's music hits again, and we get Damien Sandhart.
God damn it.
Yep, I wasn't gonna ruin the surprise. We get Damien Sandhart. He comes to the ring. He's in the pink and the black singlet. He's got the jacket. My God, the heat, man. The boos were loud. He references the screw job, more boos. It was just it was fucking nuclear. He references the fact that Bret never was very good at talking on the microphone. And then Bret just punches him in the fucking face like every single other fucking person does to Damien every time he comes to the fucking ring. And then that's it. Bret's done. Thanks for coming, Bret. Sheamus comes out to actually take on Damien Sandhart. Sandhart actually gets in some early offense. He actually gets to do something.
Did he try to land the sharpshooter?
He looks to go for the... he tried to lock in the sharpshooter. I mean, it wouldn't be right without trying the sharpshooter.
Right, of course.
And then gets like instantly squashed. But he gets like 16 beats of the Bowery, and then just eats a bro kick.
Sounds about right.
So that happened. Yeah, that happened. Backstage interview with Hollywood Hulk Miz. He has a fan letter to read. He reads his fan letter about, obviously, all full of heel things, how you're so great, and you're my favorite wrestler, and why did Jericho interrupt you, blah, blah, blah. Best thing about Miz is I've always felt that he's been an effective heel because of his skills on the microphone. He's always been an effective promo guy. The wrestling part, he has good and bad days, but he's always been a very on-point talker. So as much as I don't like The Miz, I respect the fact that he makes me not like him.
I miss the days when his mouth was stuffed with worms.
Yeah. Does make me really sad to remember that this guy came from the Real World reality show.
He actually was Fear Factor, wasn't it?
No, he was on the Real World.
I think he was on Fear Factor too, because that's how that
probably did. Yeah.
His whole feud with the Boogeyman was based around Fear Factor, and the Boogeyman would always stuff his mouth with worms.
God, the Boogeyman, that's a fucking thing.
Yeah, no, it was a thing.
Jesus Christ.
Miz took a lot of it, and you know what? I think his best days were when
I just have my hand over my face.
when Miz and I think it was Nitro were a tag team. They were a good tag team for a good long while.
Yeah. If anybody listening to the show doesn't know who the Boogeyman is, just go YouTube Boogeyman WWE, and I'm sure you'll find a plethora of wonderful things that you'll want to share with all of your friends.
It lasted a while.
Yeah, I don't know how. I still want to know who was the guy underneath the Boogeyman face paint.
I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere.
Probably. So up next we get the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Chris Jericho versus The Miz. Still find it weird that Chris Jericho switched to trunks when he had the pants on for all those years.
I liked the pants better.
I don't know if he stopped skipping leg days and decided to show off or what, but I said it was time. Mike really liked that joke. I said it's time to see what kind of ring shape he's in. Miz is kind of doing now he's doing a dashing Cody Rhodes kind of gimmick where he gets very upset if anybody punches him in the face.
Oh my god!
Like that.
What's next? The fucking face mask?
God, dude, I hope so. That was interesting. That was an interesting thing. They moved away from it so fucking quickly. But anyway, Chris looks a little slow, but not a bad match. Both guys actually don't look like they have too much rust on them. It was okay, and then there was a figure 4 leg lock earlier in the night, and then there was another figure 4 leg lock locked in this match. So I'm predicting a Ric Flair return here in the next couple weeks, just because it just feels like it's time for Ric Flair to come back.
Woo!
Jericho wins with the walls of Jericho. Woo! Bray appears on the ramp and cuts a promo, and excuse me while I go clean up the mess I made in my pants, because I love Bray Wyatt and his promos. But it was actually really nice to have somebody who can actually talk back to Bray Wyatt, like somebody who can talk just as well as Bray can. Jericho didn't really get to do that too much. He kind of just told him to shut the hell up, and then said, "I'm gonna come up that ramp and beat your ass." So, but I assume that maybe we'll actually get some trading of promos. Maybe, I don't know.
You never know.
Ends in a stare down. Nothing fantastic. Okay, this was weird. We have the Funkadactyls
Boo.
versus Paige and AJ Lee.
What?
I must have missed something, because Paige and AJ Lee are like very friendly, and they're like, it's Paige is the very respectful, like they're always hanging, they're rooting for each other, all this bullshit. So I'm guessing the heel is coming. The turn is coming soon, I have no doubt. Naomi's in the ring doing all her stuff with Paige and AJ. Cameron refuses to tag in. As soon as Cameron does tag in, Paige hits her with the Paige turner. And yeah. And then so Paige and AJ walk off like best friends, and the Funkadactyls argue, and then they brawl afterwards. So it looks like the Funkadactyls are done, Mike.
Well, it's about damn time.
All I know is somebody better call my mama, because I don't know what to do without the Funkadactyls. Sad thing is the fans still sing that fucking song.
Boo.
Somebody call my mama. Dude, where's Brodus Clay at right now?
I fucking wish that never was a thing.
Staring wistfully at his singlet, probably.
Ugh.
Paul Heyman and Cesaro being Paul Heyman and Cesaro. Cesaro actually grabs the mic and starts talking shit about the Canadians in French. It was really interesting. Because he's like, but Paul, these guys are French-Canadian. The French don't like them. The rest of Canada don't like them. They don't even speak French. They speak Quebec. And it was actually really funny. It was really well done.
Hold on. I just have a few things to say about Cesaro.
Okay,
Fucking love his sirens.
Well, you love the sirens?
I love the sirens. I love that became a thing for him, because before that, like, his entrance music was just kind of, it was all right. I mean, it was catchy.
Well, he didn't really have entrance music.
Yeah, he had an entrance song.
We the People. Yeah, but that was like the temporary 1 week track until they got something more permanent.
Well, either way, We the People,
but
the sirens is fucking awesome, in my opinion.
We the People.
You racist fuck. Anyways.
Put your hand over your heart and say in a loud and clear
moving
voice,
forward.
We the People. Moving forward. Fine. We get Cesaro versus Kofi Kingston, rematch from last week. I wonder if we'll actually get to see the finish this week, instead of them cutting to commercial and then coming back and the match just being over. Crowd chanting in French, which was strange. It fit, though, from what Cesaro did in the beginning. Kofi catches Cesaro on the roll-up, so that's 2 weeks in a row Cesaro has lost.
Oh, wow.
Cesaro goes to beat the shit out of Kofi for the 2nd week in a row, but Big E comes to his aid and saves Kofi.
That loves Big E.
Something. Dude, don't worry, Kofi. I'll come down and I'll save you from the giant Swiss Superman. Not racist, it's what he sounds like.
Totally
Hallelujah.
racist.
Anyway, It's not. It's what he sounds like. It's fucking exactly what he sounds like. We get John Cena and Seth backstage. There was really nothing there. They were just kind of talking shit. Mike, my favorite part of the night. We get El Torito versus the inspirational Bo Dallas.
Really?
I know. Yeah, I wrote in my notes. I know Bo can defeat him. All he has to do is Bo leave.
Oh, God.
Torito actually gets in some offense. I think I've said that like 3 times tonight. That somebody actually got to do something in the match. So Torito does some offense, which was nice to see how they incorporated it. But of course, he can't overcome all the Bo leavers. So Bo hits the running Bo dog and wins the match, and he's 12-0. So that's right, Mike. Every week, buddy.
I am not a believer.
Don't worry. You will become a believer, Mike. All you have to do is believe.
Shut up, Caleb.
So up next, we get the main event: John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Seth actually does some nice in-ring healing, which is something you don't see a lot nowadays. He's yelling. He's got the advantage. He's yelling at Cena. He's giving him shit. He's doing more than just, well, they know I'm the bad guy, so I don't have to do anything to make them think I'm the bad guy. He makes you remember that he is the bad guy.
Who's the bad guy again?
John Cena's the bad guy.
All right.
So the match, it's actually not a bad match. It's a John Cena match, so it goes. Then he hits the 5 moves of doom, and shit happens. He has the STF locked in, but then we get Kane. For whatever fucking reason. Kane comes out, he distracts John. Orton jumps John from behind, and they're beating the shit out of him. Roman Reigns comes out to even the odds. Superman punches Kane. Superman punches Orton. Then Seth brains him with the briefcase.
Oh, jeez.
Seth then brains Cena with the briefcase.
Oh, man.
And there was this moment where Rollins is sitting on the mat. He's tired. He's got the briefcase in his hand, and he's just kind of out of it. And then his eyes go wide, and the announcers, fucking announcers, man, because they've been saying it like all night. Like I'm tired of them teasing this shit. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of this. The entire time Seth Rollins is sitting there, they're like, "Oh, well, Cena's knocked out cold. He could cash in. Look, he's either like they're yelling to him, Seth, cash in, you gotta cash," or JBL's yelling because he's the heel.
Right.
Oh, Seth, cash it in. Make yourself famous. All that bullshit. I feel like it would have been such a better moment if the commentators were just kind of commentating the carnage, and then when Seth Rollins noticed what was going on and decided to cash it in. I don't like that the commentators feel like they know what's going on before we do. It just makes it feel way too staged. Even though I know it is.
Anyways.
It's annoying. Anyway. So Seth goes to cash in the briefcase, and of course, like he said he would be, Dean Ambrose flies out of, seriously, I think he opened like the gate from hell and flew out of it, because he came out of fucking nowhere. And he beats the shit out of Rollins, and that basically closes the show.
Did the bell ring?
I had, no. He didn't actually get the match. The ref didn't ring the bell. So, Seth Rollins has been denied 2 weeks in a row of his chance at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, alrighty.
So yeah, not the best week. So but we're gonna move on to hopefully something a little better, which is going to be the name game with NXT, where Mike describes wrestlers, and I have to tell him who the fuck they are because he's never watched the show before. So.
Okay. NXT time. So,
NXT time.
The show opens up with everyone's best friend, Bayley, for for a number 1 contenders match against Summer Rae. Summer Rae,
oh, that's right,
surprisingly pulls out the win. I thought,
really?
Yeah, I thought things were going to be starting back up for her on the main show. But it also could just be a match, so that way Flair's daughter could pick up the victory.
I was gonna say it would make sense to have the former BFFs kind of feud with each other.
Oh yeah, no. There's more about the sassy bitches as we go on.
Oh, all right, we're back to the sassy bitches thing.
Justin Gabriel, he gets his heel interview with the so annoying Tyson Kidd being sassy as usual behind him.
Oh, so sassy.
Yeah, no, I am getting really fed up with the whole Tyson Kidd, Natalya, oh, my marriage is falling apart rivalry thing. It's stupid. It's just...
We just lost all of our listeners that have had a divorce. Mike just made light of a marriage falling apart. Oh, boo-hoo, my marriage is ending. Boo-hoo, I'm losing half my shit. Boo-hoo, I don't get to see my kids anymore.
Hey, they don't have kids, as
Jesus
far as I know.
Christ, Mike. God damn, man.
Moving away from, 90% of American marriages.
Holy shit.
The second match of the night.
That's a fucking good episode.
The second match of the night was somebody who I was surprised to see. Thought they were kind of done in the WWE. Sin Cara.
Oh, wow. We got to see Sin Cara. Interesting.
Yeah, he had a match with some country farm boy, they described him as. I think I might know who you're talking about. I've only seen him once, and I don't remember his name. They said he was Wesley Blake.
It might have been a debut.
Could have been another Mr. Unknown. In that case, we had two Mr. Unknowns of the night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but for some fucking weird ass reason, this announcer chick in the middle of the ring just had to announce that the pretty boy was in the building.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's part of the gimmick. I know you hate Tyler Breeze. I know you do. But Mike, you gotta remember he's the bad guy.
Yeah. Okay. Here, hold on. So I'm gonna jump ahead to the end of the show here. No, I'm gonna backtrack, but
out of order.
He was announced that he was in the building. Didn't have a single interview. Didn't have a single promo. Nothing. It was just that one portion of the night. He is in the building, and then that is it. The rest of the show went on. He wasn't even seen.
Okay, yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah. I saw no purpose for it whatsoever. I thought maybe he would come out and talk some shit to Sin Cara, but nothing.
Or talk some shit about, yeah, that's weird. It's almost like he wasn't there, but they just wanted people to think he was there.
Yeah, it was... I didn't get it. Going back to the Sin Cara match, it was your usual Sin Cara match. He won, obviously, since he was fighting a Mr. Unknown.
Oh, okay, so definitely wasn't a debut then.
Yeah. It was. There was a lot of it was a fun match. Like all high flyers matches. There was a lot of flips, a lot of high flying. It was just a fun match to watch, and he picked up his win. And so that's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Following after the Sin Cara match was more drama between Tyson Kidd and Natalya.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah. It was another...
It's becoming the Fandango of NXT.
It was another fucking little portion where Tyson Kidd is over here oh, so what, you don't want to walk out to my match with me? Well, guess what? I'm going to go out there, I'm going to wrestle, and hopefully you decide to come out with me.
You don't want to come out there with me? Okay, fine. I'll just go do exactly what I was going to do anyway.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Are we still fighting? I don't even know.
It was so stupid. I'm sick and tired of it. So
Mike just really hates Tyson.
Moving on from that is another little promo portion. The sassy bitches are back, Caleb.
Oh man, the BFFs.
Yeah, only minus Ric Flair's daughter plus Summer Rae.
Okay, so it's Sasha Banks and Summer Rae. There's only 3 BFFs, Mike.
Yes.
Jesus.
It was Summer Rae pretty much talking to Sasha Banks as if she was Ric Flair's daughter, and more sassiness just from the sassy bitches.
Oh. There was just all of the sass.
All of the sass. I'm not a fan of their portion of the show. It's just they. I really hate when like you're trying so hard to be a sassy bitch. It just comes off as a bitch.
You're just being, it just doesn't, yeah, I can see that. I don't know, I mean, like I said, I've never seen very much of the BFFs. I know who they are. I know that they've been a kind of an established thing for a while, but I never actually saw any of their promos or anything like that. And obviously I've seen them wrestle, and they're all pretty decent wrestlers. Charlotte's pretty good. Sasha's pretty good. Summer Rae is okay.
It is just boring.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Moving on from that, still no wrestling. We get the hippie CJ Parker.
Oh, CJ Parker.
He apologized to Xavier Woods, something I forgot to mention last week. When he went off on his rant, he started talking shit about Xavier Woods trying to get his PhD or some shit like that.
Whoa, man. CJ better take fucking step back.
And so
damn.
he calls out Xavier Woods to apologize to his face. Xavier Woods comes out. He's like,
What's that, General Akbar? It's a trap? Oh.
He offered him
Admiral Akbar.
a truce. Xavier Woods pretty much says, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
He turns around to leave, and CJ, the hippie Parker, gives the worst kick I have ever seen. Xavier Woods, like he was supposed to, falls to the ground, and what does the crowd start chanting? Air kick. Air kick. Air kick.
Oh. Dude, that NXT crowd will let you know.
It was brutal.
Jesus.
So we finally get a match.
Oh shit, we finally get a match?
Yeah, after, all of that crap in between. Mr. Bull Dempsey, a.k.a. needs a new outfit.
The singlet's back. Oh god, the singlet's back.
Fights another Mr. Unknown for the squash victory.
Right, of course. Rusev's gone in the main roster, so we need a new monster.
Yeah, we need a new
NXT,
powerhouse.
And of course, that is the low-cut V-neck that is Bull Dempsey.
I thought I would be a fan of him. I am not. He's just...
Yeah, you're a fan of the big monster kind of guy.
But he's not the big monster kind of guy that I want to see running around the ring.
I swear I saw a testimony.
When I think big monster, I think of Rusev. I think of Ryback. I think of like Batista in his heyday. I think of Brock Lesnar.
Kane.
And even Kane too. Not Bull Dempsey.
Yeah, I don't know how well he's gonna fit in.
He'll have his powerhouse matches. He'll go up against Adrian Neville. Adrian Neville will squash him out, and then he'll be back down there.
Then he'll get released, and the funky dinosaur will be gone extinct again.
So
he'll get a dance gimmick.
So I take it the reason they didn't have a lot of good wrestling tonight was to get people really, really hyped up for the Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville tag team match against Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. I'm really getting tired of that, by the way.
No, there's no getting tired of it. When you watch Sami Zayn in the ring, there's no getting tired.
I am a Sami Zayn fan. After this match, I have to say
Good man.
I am really impressed with his skills in the ring. And speaking of impressive wrestling, Adrian Neville. That dude,
Gravity forgot.
yeah, that dude can fly.
That dude, there are a few people that I've seen, and almost most of them are still on the independent circuit, that can fly the way Adrian Neville can fly.
He did a corkscrew off the back of Sami Zayn. It was awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those are two guys I'd like to see be a tag team, like a serious tag team at one point.
Yeah, no,
that would be fucking astounding.
They were a really, really great tag team. It was a really great match. A lot of fast-paced, high-flying moves. Very impressive from both Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn. I seen Sami wrestle last week. It was impressive, but not as impressive as it was tonight.
Yeah, he is. Like I said, he is just the guy's fucking great. How did Gabriel do? Did Gabriel do as well? Because I know he flies, and you're a fan of Gabriel as well.
There actually wasn't it was more Tyson Kidd this match, and I think the reason it was more Tyson Kidd this match was because of the ending.
Right, the ending.
So we see a lot of Adrian Neville. Eventually, Adrian Neville and Justin Gabriel kind of like incapacitate themselves outside of the ring, and Sami Zayn throws Tyson Kidd out there, and then he does this badass Sin Cara flip out of the ring into the crowd, which further took Adrian Neville and Justin Gabriel out of the match. Him and Tyson Kidd get back in the ring. They're doing their thing. I believe something happened with Tyson. Natalya got up on the apron to check on him. Sami Zayn throws Tyson Kidd into Natalya on accident. She falls to the ground, and both Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd are concerned. This was a new take on the whole, throwing the woman out of the ring thing, because usually it's taken from a heel perspective where it's the heel wrestler and his heel woman, and the heel woman's getting in the face, kind of, the vintage Vicky Guerrero, where she always gets taken down to the apron, and everybody's excited about it and happy because she's finally got shut up.
Yeah.
Only it was Natalya who's...
because Natalya's a face.
Yeah, she's a face, and Tyson Kidd's the heel. So she's injured, and so you see a concerned Sami Zayn and a concerned, quote-unquote, Tyson Kidd. So they're both checking on him. They kind of have a mutual, okay, I want to go check on my wife, and Sami Zayn's like, cool, I'll go with you. And so they're both getting out, and then Tyson Kidd was apparently faking his concern and just took down Sami Zayn for the pin.
Damn. That's a very heelish way to win a match.
A very stupid way to end a match. Such a great match. Like, if it was a very dull, boring match, I could understand. It was a really good match that was just ended with the really stupid way.
Yeah, sometimes things get a little too complicated when it comes to how, finishes and all that bullshit.
Well, like I said,
it sounds like this is one of those finishes that just got far too complicated.
Well, like I said, I'm getting tired of this whole Natalya Tyson Kidd thing that's going on, and it's ruining good matches. Like, it has gone from stupid backstage drama to ruining what potentially could have been a great match all around.
True. And that sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
So kind of an week for NXT then?
Not a lot of wrestling. I mean, there was a lot of good high flying, which I always enjoyed watching. I was happy that I finally got to see Adrian Neville in action, even if it wasn't for very long. It was long enough, though, to show me why he is such a loved and hyped up wrestler in NXT. Overall, I'd say it was about as exciting as Raw.
Oh boy, yeah, Raw. That was a fucking exciting thing. I should have. Now that I think about it, I was just sitting here listening to you talk. I was so entranced with your voice, I forgot to look up the SmackDown results to see if there's anything interesting.
Oh, probably something we should do.
Well, I got this. Don't worry.
Well, I imagine if there's a slow week on Raw, you got a pretty decent week on SmackDown.
Oh, well, we can see about that. Let's find out. uh, yeah, let's see. We get. Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm actually all right. We're gonna cover a little bit of SmackDown, folks. By God, hold on. um, we actually get Roman Reigns versus Rusev.
Really?
Yeah. Um, it looks like Reigns wanted to have a match, and Lana said no. So they kind of walked out. But it looks like they kind of understand they've got the almost like the immovable object versus the unstoppable force kind of thing going.
Right, right.
Which is cool. Let's see. Nothing really special there. Orton backstage. Fandango versus Adam Rose.
Oh God!
I don't even need to read the rest of this recap because that's it. That's it. I don't even fucking need it. Jericho does an interview talking about Bray Wyatt. Yeah. SmackDown looked like it was pretty fucking interesting.
So, I guess the only exciting thing is the writers finally acknowledging the fact that they have Rusev and Reigns, who would be a good match together.
Yeah, and that's true. They would be a good match together. Because I mean, it's like I said, it's these two juggernauts kind of finally stepping in to take each other on. They kind of teased it at in that battle royal, and it looks like we might actually get it at some point.
Right.
I don't know if we will or not. So yeah, it's I don't know. I'm just very in. I don't care.
It's just one of those weeks.
It's just one of those weeks, man, where nothing seemed to go the way I wanted it to. It just wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I have a feeling it's gonna be that way for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've talked about fucking how the writers kind of slowed down after WrestleMania and all that shit.
Well, also, I imagine the disappearance of Daniel Bryan is taking a huge hit on a lot of the excitement that we could be getting.
Man, apparently Daniel Bryan is now being left out of all future plans.
Really?
He is that injured.
Well, he's not left out of the future plans for Total Divas. I see him all over their advertisements.
I should jump through this computer and I should kill you with your fucking headphone cord.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault that they're using Daniel Bryan for something as useless as that.
You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in. Shout out to Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryan Danielson. Anyway, speaking of Daniel Bryan Danielson, independent circuits. That was a segue. Kenta, if you guys have heard of Kenta, he's from Japan. I believe he's from Noah. Has signed with the WWE, so we're going to be getting some new Japanese blood on the card, which would be awesome. The guy apparently I hear is a legend. As we mentioned last week, Kevin Steen has 3 matches left before he officially leaves Ring of Honor and comes to the Performance Center to start getting ready for his run in WWE. It's really all I got for independent stuff. I feel like Mike's not doing his homework.
When I say I'm gonna stick in the Indies, I'm sticking to NXT, and whatever you tell me comes to NXT.
That's not the Indies, though.
Nah, it's WWE's Indies.
It's not the Indies, though. When you say I'm sticking to the Indies, I think people are gonna expect you to cover like Ring of Honor or New Japan. Even New Japan isn't the Indies. New Japan is the second biggest fucking promotion on the planet.
Point me in the direction, and I'll try to watch.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, a couple things I wanted to plug. If you guys enjoy wrestling and enjoy just like stories and how the business is and all that bullshit, go listen to the Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. You can find it on iTunes. It's free. He does 2 shows a week. One of them is the family-friendly version, and one of them is the Unleashed, uncensored version. So there's the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, and then there's the Stone Cold Steve Austin Unleashed. I prefer the Unleashed just because I don't like shit being cut out. Also, Talk is Jericho. Chris Jericho's podcast, very good. Also does 2 shows a week. I just finished listening to Stone Cold's episodes with Christopher Daniels from TNA and Ring of Honor, and also Tommy Dreamer, the hardcore legend.
Oh, jeez.
Great show. Great shows. Stone Cold has awesome guests. Chris Jericho has awesome guests. They're really great shows.
I miss Dreamer.
So if you don't listen to him, go listen to him. Dreamer's pretty great. He was a pretty funny episode, or just a really interesting episode. Also, of course, we have announced it, Mike. We actually put out the announcement video. I don't know if you watched it.
I have the announcement video with you and our new member.
And Fuzzy Butt. Yep, that's right. Captain Fuzzy Butt we've announced that Captain Fuzzy Butt is on the channel. He is leaving TGN. He will be posting with us. So that's been announced for the Players Code stuff. Obviously, go watch, like, and subscribe to all of our videos. Leave comments, especially on these ones. On the PC Talks Wrestling, comments would probably be more appreciated than anywhere else, just because we can kind of get a discussion going. Also, follow us on Twitter, at Players Co. Podcast.
Oh, Kyle.
I know, it was weird. I know, weird Twitter name for the YouTube channel, but Players Co. Podcast. Like the group on Facebook, just Players Code. If you guys haven't noticed, we've ramped up our marketing budget. So anyway, that wraps up the week in wrestling. Yeah, I think we go through this. I think we go through up and downs every fucking 4 weeks. I swear to God. You know, the first episode of the week. You know, the first week's kind of good. Second and third kind of blow. The fourth one might be good, and then the pay-per-view is kind of like our high point. And then we just start the whole fucking pattern back over.
Yep.
So look forward to 2 great weeks, guys. Mike, anything you want to say?
Here's to a better next week.
I'll cheers to that, man. All right, thank you guys very much for listening, and we will catch you on the next episode. And Mike, give us a catchphrase to go out on.
Fuck you. Is that good?
You fucking suck. You're an asshole.
I'd say that's a pretty good catchphrase.
Bye, guys. You're a fucking asshole. All right, bye, guys.